Good afternoon, Niran. Niran Abraham, first, congratulations for starting your new position as a customer experience associate. Plus, let me tell you that I'm very impressed that you are so much involved in your community as a child and youth worker. Thank you for giving us your precious time in joining us talking about your CY experience.
Thanks for having me, Mariam. It's good to be here.
Thank you. How are you, Niran?
Pretty good. It's a good day to be here in BC, and it's sunny, so definitely a day to be outside. That's normally what I do on a day like this.
That's great. So you have a beautiful sunshine outside. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know how beautiful it is. And that's making me wanting to come and visit BC now.
Yeah, for
As we
sure.
just, of course, as we discussed about your career change from being an insurance advisor and now working currently in a financial industry, what really drive you to make that move?
Well, I always had a growth mindset. I mean, I felt the time has come for me to take a new challenge on, and always loved personal finance and had friends and always asking me what my next goal is, and so one day I just decided it's time, because I've been spent 10 years in the industry, in the nonprofits, and it was just a natural progression.
Great. And how did you find out about CY though?
Oh, well, this I when one back in 2020, when I signed up for my mutual fund course, I just wasn't I mean, while I was going through the course material, I just found I was just studying for the sake of studying it. The concepts were not clear, and I felt I needed some help. So I just hit the internet, searched some YouTube videos, and then I think I stumbled upon one of CY's videos, and just like, oh, this guy is great. I believe it's Andre's video, and like, oh, this guy makes a lot of sense to me. And then I Googled them and found the website, and just I felt my intuition spoke to me, like, there's like, just sign up with these guys. And because I didn't know anybody else who took CY, so I just went with my gut instinct.
Your gut feeling. I love
Yeah.
that. That's awesome. You know, when you know that something is actually working for you, you're not going to think twice about it. That's great. Wow. Well, I do understand that English may be your second or third language. Were you comfortable reading the CY materials, watching the educational videos, doing the flashcard or quiz question? Perhaps, did you face any challenges with that?
Absolutely not. CY's material is very accessible to those whose English is their second or third language. I mean, it's very clear and easy to read. So I mean, CY reminds me of Morgan Housel, like his book Psychology of Money. It's just so easy to read, and it's which is why it's a best international bestseller. So when I look at CY's materials, I feel I get the same feeling. It's these are complex concepts. So, and the CY's ability to just break it down and keep it simple is amazing, and that just shows how talented the people are who are running CY. So I had no such issues understanding CY's material.
So it was easy. It was basically very approachable language, and you obviously did not stop for a minute to overthink. You could understand the whole comprehension. So that's great that you could tackle this like on the spot, regardless of, being English your first or third or even last language. But I'm
Mhm.
glad that you didn't have such a hard time. And in fact, everything was just so easy, easy to understand. No, I'm totally with you. I think I have heard a lot of students saying that, and you are just one more added to that box saying, well, guess what? It was actually great because my learning was absolutely easy. Thank you for sharing that. I know in our previous conversations, you repeatedly stated how much CY changed your life, your way of thinking and interacting with others, using those learned concepts in your day-to-day routine, which really boosted your confidence. I mean, that's powerful. So CY did impact your life in such a positive way. Is there any message you want to share with other students?
I would tell other students to give CY a chance. I mean, uh, I I would be surprised if they didn't connect well with you, because CY is just not a one size fits all model. Like, I mean, their trainers, once you start interacting with them, they will adjust their training or adjust their interactions in such a way that they answer your questions, answer your needs. Like, they find out exactly where you are in your learning journey, and they will make adjustments for you, in the sense they'll give you the right advice. They'll, for example, they'll tell you where to focus. They know exactly where your weaknesses are, and they have a nice way of giving you tips on how to improve it. And they just don't, first of all, they make sure that you are confident to approach the exam, the mental side of it, which the coaches were very good at recognizing in me, because I was kind of nervous, because it was my first entry into the Canadian financial industry, and first regulate license exam back in 2020. So the coaches were they just put me in the right frame of mind, and because they knew I understood the material. All they had to work with me was on the mental side of it, and so when I went into the exam, I was very confident that I was going to pass.
Very nice, very nice. So you were looking really into how this, the concept was put into place, where there's
Mhm.
a little bit of psychology, there's a little bit of physiology per se. There's a lot of, like understanding the core foundation of that concept or that key points that you really needed to know. So I'm glad that, this made such a positive impact in your life, because it's important for others to know that CY really is in place for a reason, and hear the evidence. I'm talking to you, Niran. I mean, look at you, and once again, I can't think of how many times I should congratulate you for your new role. But of course, there was something that was really pushing you towards that role, and you put that whole confidence in CY to move forward in your journey. So I appreciate you sharing that with me, and you sharing this with all the students out there. So thank you for that. There's one more thing that you mentioned in our conversation, and I was thinking over and over, what do you mean by overall treatment with CY? I know this came up many times when we talked in the past, and I was trying to figure this out. So how about you let us know, what does that really mean?
What I meant was that CY is not just about getting students to pass an exam. They're they're about helping people grow in their journey, as in their financial journey. So what basically CY does is, they help me grow, help me today. They help me in my future, as well as they also help me in my current position, in my current role, and in the financial industry. So I found them doing three things at the same time. One is they're helping me now, they're helping me in my future, and they're helping me in my current my position. So I found that instantly happening as soon as I signed up with them.
Wow, wow. So basically, that's it. You are tied with CY for the rest of your life, because,
Mm.
again, you will never forget about CY. CY has been part of your life yesterday, today, and will continue being in the future. I mean, what else could we ask from CY? I think they're doing an amazing job. And for you to feel this way, it's absolutely incredible. And I really like the fact that you share that with us, because now I understand where this overall treatment is coming from. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. So I know we're at the very end of our conversation, Niran. It was an absolute pleasure talking to you today. and you sharing with us your experience about CY. And I'm really hoping in the future we'll have many conversations like this. So thank you so much for your precious time on this coffee chat. And hopefully we will talk to you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mariam. It's a pleasure to be here.